That's all right. I just started the recording. Okay, let me get my questions open. So what qualifications are needed to be like a QA in the industry?
It depends on what you want to do, I guess I would say. To start, none. um, I would say that things that would be good though, if you know task tracking apps or software, so like Jira, if you know source control stuff, like Perforce is like super important. That'll give you a huge leg up. Going further than that, I mean, if you're looking to do like leadership stuff, like that's certainly, like some people like to want to be like test leads or things like that. That certainly goes into, like leadership skills, community building, things like that. And for more analyst type stuff, putting together reports, organizing data, that's kind of pretty important stuff. So yeah, yes, it's one of those things that I think it takes a certain mindset. I think there's two really core things about it. One is if you hate repetition, you will hate QA testing because there's a lot of, all right, we've done this, now let's do it. It's 17,000 more times. Or, like every single week you're doing the same task every single week. Things like that. So I guess like that, and if you're able to be self-directed, that's huge. Being able to just take like a list of tasks and be like, all right, cool, I can do this, burn this down in my own time, know what I'm doing, will get things done, don't have to have someone, breathing down my neck to tell me what to do and things like that. That's also super, super important.
So you mentioned repetition before, so I assume the job can get extremely frustrating at times just based off of that.
It depends. It's there's definitely some stuff where you can hit some tedium for sure, where it's like, look, I know we've already done this. Maybe even cases where it's like, hey, we did all this yesterday, we got to do it all again today from square one. Go back to the start of the list, do it all again, or even in the same day. I personally, and again, maybe it's a mindset thing, I personally haven't found it frustrating. There were definitely days now and then where I'm like, oh boy, all right, well, got to go through this list again, or this particular thing is like really tedious, and it's just like, it is what it is. You get through it. Helps to have a good team with you. If you enjoy the people you're working with, that helps a lot.
So is there like anything that motivates you?
I think there's a lot of satisfaction to be gained on a lot of levels, right? Like, I'm on some level, if you get anything from just completing stuff, well, you're completing stuff all day, like literally all day. I'm completing something, I'm having some task finished, something I can mark off my checklist, be like, cool, that's done, on to the next thing, cool, that's done, on to the next thing. And there's definitely a certain satisfaction, of course, like dealing with anything that you're working on that's going out to the public and seeing it succeed is awesome. Like being like, hey, like I was part of that. That's cool. Like, that's super awesome. And especially if you work with a good team, again, like, I've had devs come to me and be like, awesome work, dude. Like, we never would have found this otherwise. This would have been a huge issue. Absolutely nailed it. You saved us a ton of trouble. Like, that sort of thing is great. Those are some of the greatest feelings, especially when you have people that have been in the industry far longer than I, that are like just super cool and be like, thanks, man. Like, like that's just a nice feeling. And of course, there's also the motivation of, if you find something that breaks in a really funny way, that's that never gets old.
Well, I think if that's it, we could probably close out.
Yeah, let me end this recording real quick.